All right, this is really all I know how to talk about is real estate stuff. I always tell my clients, don't ask me what to watch on Netflix because I have no idea. So here's another question I get a lot. So I'm selling your house for you. We accept an offer. Sellers want to know, even if we talked about it before, because you can't remember everything, there's a lot of information flying at you, is what happens next? That's a huge question throughout the real estate process. What happens next? So if you're selling your house here in our service area and we get an offer, you like the offer, and we say yes, what does that mean? First of all, it's not binding at that point. Typically, the offer is not a binding document. It's basically a document here that we use to open up the communication. So you say yes to the offer. What happens? Our team jumps into action and we prepare the agreement of sale, also called the contract. Most real estate companies in our area use the standard template agreement of sale, which is provided by the New Jersey Association of Realtors. So essentially, we go in, we fill in the blanks, and we add any additional nuances, like you're including the dishwasher, microwave, and washing machine, but you're excluding the dryer, and you're excluding some big fancy TV on the wall that somebody thought that might be included. It could be all different things. So we prepare the contract. It's customary for the buyer to sign the contract first. And 9 times out of 10, the buyer and you will be electronically signing the document. So we send it to the buyer's agent. They'll use their electronic signature platform. The buyer will read it. They will sign it. We will get it back. We will send it to you. Years ago, it was a whole different process, and that's probably another video. So we send it to you. You review it. They're pretty straightforward. You'll sign the contract. Now, here's an important piece. Those contracts, which are prepared by the brokerages, which are the template from NJAR, New Jersey Association of Realtors, a big piece of that contract, it says right on the first page, there is a 3-day attorney review period baked into the contract. Very important. Now, here in South Jersey, I would say 80 to 90% of our team's transactions close without the assistance of an attorney. I'm not making that decision for you. That's a decision you'll make on your own. I'll just coach you through that. I'm your real estate Sherpa, so to speak. But it's important to know that even if you say, hey, I'm not using an attorney, it doesn't matter. That is part of the contract. So once the contract is fully signed, there's a 3 business day period where an attorney is allowed to request changes to the contract, which may or may not be acceptable to the other party. And the attorney can also cancel the contract for no reason if they choose to. So while signing the contract is certainly an important part of this process, until we get past that 3-day attorney review period, we're not fully under contract. We are what we call an attorney review. Now, there's a whole bunch of other stuff that kind of happens here. So the buyers will have a period of time where they can conduct a home inspection in many cases. They will have the ability to negotiate defects with you. Make sure you take a look at our buyer perspective home inspection video. That's important. It'll give you some perspective. In most cases, as a seller here in New Jersey, you will be obligated to contact your local municipality and get any inspections and certifications cleared by your township. Most towns require at least a fire inspection to make sure you have the right smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, and big ugly fire extinguisher in the kitchen. Many towns in this area also have what we call a certificate of occupancy. So in addition to the fire stuff, they're going to look at some other things. It really varies by town. Some towns are looking at cracked concrete, some are not. Some towns are looking to make sure you have GFCI outlets in the kitchen and near water sources, some are not. So it's going to vary by town. So all that stuff is going to kind of happen. Our team will kind of coach you through and hold your hand through that, or whatever real estate agent you're working with. And then as we get closer to closing, especially if you're relocating out of the area, what we often do to help you guys out is we will arrange to have you pre-sign most of the closing documents and get all that stuff figured out. And then the very last document, which is the most important document, the settlement statement, will be able to be electronically signed. And when closing has been completed, the funds get wired right into your bank account. So that's an abbreviated bullet point list of kind of what goes on during the contract to close process, as we like to call it. There are a lot of other nuances. Feel free to reach out to us if we can help. If you have any questions or any other things you'd like us to talk about, please leave a comment below. If you have any thoughts about what you just watched, please leave a comment below and subscribe to our channel for more great real estate stuff.